Okay, this is garden walkthrough. What day is it?
June 15th.
It's June 15th.
Yeah.
Lori is never wrong.
I could be wrong.
No, you're right in this case.
That's
That was a test.
a great bed.
No, this bed isn't great, and it never has been, but what we have going here are... Lori, what do we have going
Green
on?
tomatillos and ground cherries.
And what is the plan for that?
Just a small trellis under the window.
Right,
But they'll
because
probably just
vertically
be
we have a window there, right?
Mm-hmm. Just some teeth.
And the ground cherries are to grow in and fill in a area, you know, like that, like a ground cover, because bare ground is not what you want. Okay.
This is all I'm planning.
I don't think I ever cut this oregano back. I meant to when I did the other ones, but I didn't. This is a little carrier for our solo cups. It's something. Anyways, this bed is not great. We're gonna continue on, but what do we have here?
Just some collards and a volunteer sunflower of some sort.
Right.
I'll put a couple greens probably under that window.
There's some cool volunteer basils too that are like a tulsi right there. And throughout the garden we have a lot of volunteer basil. It is, let me just say real quick, this is the absolute just most beautiful sage plant I have ever seen in my life. Like, it's beautiful. It's a very lovely plant.
It's in a perfect spot.
Yeah. So what happens is where the bricks come in here, and in here there was always this awkward little triangle. So we planted it right in there, and it really, like last year it didn't look like this, right? This year, like, boom, that's exactly how I pictured it like 2 years ago. So I can't remember much in life or anything, and I'm kind of a space case at times. But I can have these visions of 2 years from now of where to put a plant and see this. Okay. Anyways, also the berries tonight were thinned out. I cut a lot of mint out, and I have plans for that. But anyways, I wanted to cut the strawberries out. You can see there's some pretty nice ones in there. I'm waiting.
A decent one over here.
Yep. Oh yeah, look at that guy right there. It's not focusing on it. It does look bigger in person and redder, might add. Okay. Shasta daisies, which I look nasally. I think I think pollen is high, so forgive me, but Shasta daisies are not coming into focus. Sometimes it helps put your hand behind it, but pretty cool. We've left a lot of the violets. These came up. We didn't put these here. They just came up, and they're coming up all over. They are edible, and they're pretty good. I don't know how they are at this stage when they're this big, but I would, in a pinch, I would eat them if there was nothing else to eat. Certainly. So go ahead, Lori.
No, you covered that nicely.
Okay, thanks. This is a tomato project I started today, which I might make an entire video on, involving some dwarf tomatoes and 2 different media, and yeah, should be interesting. The the asparagus is pushing out some new growth. I don't know if you help. Yeah, look at that. You can zoom. So that one has a couple. The guy next to it has a little one. It's nice. Pretty excited for that. This is catnip, where our cat gets high. Like, literally, she comes inside and runs through the house meowing really weird. So, alright. You talk now.
About what's going on. Our bolting arugula,
Yep.
which we're going to probably thin out massively and replant with something else, but amend the soil. And then we got the beets with some eggplant. our Mizuna getting bigger.
We've really been also
Chard needs to be thinned out a little bit up there.
certainly, and the difference in last year to this year is we haven't been able to get wood chips.
The tomato trellis is doing nice.
Oh yes. Let me follow you around. So I'm putting a lot of straw down, which looks kind of messy, but we're on city water, so when you have to pay for water like we are, you really want to conserve as much as you can, because it sucks. I mean, you're always paying for it, either through electric, in your well, or but it's pretty expensive, city water, and we filter it, so we pay for that too, for the filters. The Mizuna, this is a totally awesome crop that everybody in the whole world should grow.
Oh, so delicious.
Yeah, we eat this a lot. And you can see on the left side what we have going is this is where I've thinned, and this is where Lori has thinned. And like everything's an experiment, we're gonna see what happens when it's thinned. What I think is these are gonna be bigger and whatever, It's cool to observe it and see what it's doing. The bok choy is bok choying.
See, I couldn't have said that better.
Yeah, I mean, we're
The chard just kind of like, we had like these pigeons that came in and they just kind of like decimated this whole area.
Yeah.
And
they left the yellow beet, so let that be known that like a late yellow beet seems to be not something they want to eat as much.
Or they just didn't stand there because
maybe we fed a lot of birds and now we have stopped.
We have some cabbage that we just we had to weed a lot of purslane. We had purslane growing everywhere, so we did a massive purslane weeding today and opened everything up and removed a lot of calendula. There's still a lot left.
A lot of calendula, which is, I love the way they feel. They kind of have
first one, but it closed up already.
Oh yeah. So this guy was surrounded with calendula. I pulled a lot of them. I left actually some really large plants in here. I like to grow things that self-seed, and then I can just walk through and pull them out as I want. Like so, for example, there's a couple of nice calendula plants, but I'll probably pull those guys out. I have so many in pots already. Otherwise, I would pot these real quick. I would put them out of the sun for a couple days. And then you'll have two really nice plants. Highly recommend that. So this is a flower. It's closed up, but it is a beautiful orange color. Trying to get the focus better, but anyways.
Tomato trellis.
The tomato trellis. These are so delicious.
Yeah.
If you eat them, it's like the tastiest arugula in the whole world. It really is.
And there's like this little bit of nectar in the bottom too, so it's kind of sweet.
Yeah, totally.
It's like sweet and spicy.
Show me the trellis, woman.
The trellis. The tomatoes.
Check this out.
The solar lights.
I don't think I've had a video of the lights yet, but they came on last night, and in the summer, there should be a tomato tube at some point, and when those come on, it might be kind of cool, although, are they, is there a photo period thing with tomatoes? I don't know. Will it mess with them? Will it cause them to not flower? Probably not.
Oh, I don't think so, but that's a good thing to think about.
I did think about that.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
didn't think about that.
See?
Good thinking.
Thanks. I really appreciate that.
So, we have two different varieties of tomatoes.
Oh. Yes, can I interrupt you real quick? This is the best. This is a cardinal basil. This is probably our nicest basil plant in the entire garden, in my opinion.
It is, and it's pretty beautiful.
It is. It really is. It's, what does it smell like? It's like a licorice. It was really...
I didn't actually smell that one.
You should pull a... Here. What I do is I keep my thumbnail kind of long, and then when I go, boop, and I pick it like that. Lori reacts.
Oh no.
I just smell that thing. Isn't it? Isn't that wonderful?
It is very like licorice, like,
Yeah.
you know, fennel or...
Yeah. The reason I picked this is when this it's supposed to have like a really beautiful red flower, which is why
I wonder if that would be good in like a jelly or something.
It's delicious. Like, isn't that amazing? Sorry, I'm like not pointing the camera at anything, aka the phone.
Yeah, that's important.
Well, tomato trellis. So on the other side, I think this is a lemon basil.
Did you cut catnip and leave it here?
Yeah, I broke the top of... Oh. So, update. Princess is confirming my theory of... No, I will not back off. I have to document this.
The cats don't like being watched.
No, she's gonna like this. This is important. This cat howls at like 3 o'clock in the morning. She's 16 years old. And honestly, at 16 years old, I did the same thing. It's pretty fun growing catnip. If nobody grows catnip, you should.
I wonder if that's why she howls at night, because she's really just addicted.
She wants out. It very well could be. She is a little stoner. Get off my freaking sage, cat. Okay, back to it. I believe we were at the tomato trellis. So the tomatoes are looking pretty good. This right here, in my opinion, is a very healthy looking tomato. What kind is that?
It's a Paul Robeson. It's like a Russian tomato. It's supposed to be pretty dang good. Yeah, he gave me the seeds.
Kind of surprised we would grow a Russian tomato, given the current...
Considering spring's been so hot, yes, because they are like cold resistant.
No, I was talking about other stuff. Okay, what is this?
That is a Hungarian heart.
Ooh.
It's a big ox heart.
It also looks very healthy.
Yeah.
And then there's a little purple basil kicking here. Okay, what's this guy? That's a pretty...
Green zebra.
Green zebra is probably my favorite tomato in the whole world. Next to sun gold, but I don't know. It's like as sun gold stops, when I stop eating that from the plant, I start eating the green zebra. So maybe it's a tie. Okay. A nice little basil. We're doing like tomato, basil. These are what's the spacing on these guys?
The tomatoes?
Yeah.
Is 24 inches.
Nice.
Roughly. Some of them got a little bit tweaked, but that's okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's a really good spacing. You want to kind of go to the max on a vining tomato. I think that's really important. If you have the space to do it, do it. You'll have better airflow. You'll have... What?
I was just letting you go.
Oh, thank you. You'll have better airflow, less disease pressure, less wetting hours, so to speak. What's this guy?
Cool.
Yeah,
So
that's my boy.
that's gonna be pretty great.
So the theory is, as these are all vining or indeterminate tomatoes, they will grow up. Boop, boop, boop. I have a little mosquito biting my hand. Come on, buddy. Get out of there.
The sky's really pretty.
Look at him. See the mosquito. Come on. Alright, so it is really pretty, actually. You know, the birds have been different, too, lately.
Yeah, they change throughout the year.
Yeah. So anyways, the idea is the tomato tube, as it will be.
It's not a tomato tube.
It's a tomato tube.
It's a trellis. Don't call it a tube.
I don't
What do you
know.
think? It's a tunnel.
I'm feeling kind of European. So it should be... it should be neat. Okay. What else? We have these guys.
That's an experiment in itself.
Oh yeah, this
So
is cool.
Growing zucchini here has always been really difficult, and we get squash vine borers, and try to avoid that by like wrapping the stem in tin foil. And then this year we're trying to just plant it in like a half of a solo cup to prevent them from getting at the base of the root.
Apparently the borers cannot climb up this solo cup. However, I'm seeing some straw, and they could very easily climb up.
Just had to let the kitty in. Yeah, I'm wondering how they're adjusting to this and if it's like such a great idea or not. But if it isn't a great idea, I don't really care because I'm not gonna cry over no zucchini. Although
Right.
It's nice to have.
Usually you have too much zucchini.
Yeah, and then there's a yellow summer squash. Not my favorite, and then like a few random turnips that like half of this bed was planted with turnips. And like none of them came up, and then like we found like a half a dozen over on the other side of the yard.
All the way over there.
So something was carrying around our seeds, and
They think they know better, and they probably do.
we got a little critter ambushed, but
Today we kind of worked on this a little bit by putting a bunch of peat and,
it's not really mixed.
No, we haven't really mixed this part in, but it's peat and compost. And this bed kind of zigzags around a little barrage there, or we put a couple of...
bell peppers.
Yeah.
We're experimenting with just growing different plants in different parts of the yard. And
Yeah, because this wall should retain some heat versus...
Yeah, but it gets morning shade, so,
Yeah.
you know, figure maybe the rocks will help people around.
The kale is looking pretty good.
Gotta harvest them, actually.
Yeah, we're going to be getting our first kale, which is actually nice. Even the dinosaur kale over there is looking really nice.
You know, those we can make good, I don't make chips really, but I think that those make pretty decent ones. I don't know, actually.
Fantastic.
The mystery squash.
Oh yeah, there's a mystery squash.
Where did you find it, though, actually?
I
Can you
found
tell me where
it.
you found it?
I found it somewhere right in there.
Right.
I'm going to say around the northwestern corner of the tomato tube.
So,
Yes. Right about in there. It's hard to say.
that, because the tromboncini was planted here, and then there was, I believe, pumpkin here. But
Pumpkin,
it could have been anything.
I think was like right in here, but
Oh, you might be right. I don't remember. It's changed a lot, actually.
the lemon balm is doing okay and will one day rule the world, which is dangerous. Doop, doop, doop. How about let's like go over here real quick and
The trees finally flowering.
my little plant nursery thing is finally going away. We're trying to get rid of all of these plants
I gave away a couple today.
couple went away. They're getting probably composted. This large rose of Sharon. I really want to, there's mint and sunflower in there. Pretty sure that's sunflower. There's a ground, is there a ground cherry right there?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah, there's
there.
well, I yanked these guys out of the ground yesterday and put them in potting soil in these solo cups and put them in a shady spot. They're doing pretty good. Kales. Doing pretty nice. And when pretty sure it stimulates the growth, right? Of the plant when you start pulling off these lower branches.
They just start to go bad anyways. And Shuggy needs some breakfast.
Yeah, and we don't spray these with really anything. Maybe a soap spray.
Or diatomaceous earth.
Diatomaceous earth. And then, when we really need to, we'll do a neem spray. But so far, no real spraying except for like a Repelzol that keeps the...
Oh shoot, we have to do that.
Oh yeah, we have to spray Repelzol tonight.
Seedlings are getting eaten.
The light is actually really nice right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these are collards. It's funny.
Yeah, those are collards.
Check this out though. The Repelzol I think is working because today Simon was out here with Shuggy with me, and I broke a small piece off and she wouldn't eat it.
Oh.
So I think it like legitimately
and
works.
What was it that you tried to give her?
These guys, some of the lower leaves on the
yeah.
Here's the weather station that we should someday utilize much better. But we do. It's cool. It's a very nice thing to have graphs
Kitty's
and
howling.
stuff. Is she howling? See if we can hear it. Oh, look at that. The lights just went on. And I got it on video. Kidding. So some things have to be done tomorrow, and one is, these are pretty cool. These are garlic scapes. Come on, buddy. Focus. My hands are so... Yeah. We didn't plant a lot of garlic. We really should have. But look at these red lettuces. These are some of the most beautiful lettuces I've ever seen in my life. I really thought they were bolting, but this recent cool weather has been really nice on them, and even the peas finally started flowering. They need that cooler weather. But look at these guys; they're gorgeous. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plants. Lush is the word. We have some tomatoes over here. Aroma. They're doing okay. And before I run out of light, I have some elderberry that were taken from cuttings that I do want to put maybe along the back fence at some point. Offer some privacy and some flowers and some... The elder is great. We have a lot of berries. Look at all these berries. Have you ever seen so many raspberries?
Yeah, it's kind of a lot.
It's a hell of a lot. And the cool thing to observe here is...
We should really get up here and water them a little bit.
Yeah, they would probably do okay with some watering. But we are currently in the Hudson Valley at around 40% of our normal water right now for this time of year. So it's pretty serious drought. But there's a lot. This is all second year from second year growth.
Maggie just took
Which?
of escapes. Oh, sorry.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh,
She only
nice.
took 2. She's wanting to leave the rest.
They should all be cut tomorrow. They need to be cut. Anywho.
The peas finally.
I think it's the cooler weather. The cooler weather finally caused them to, Alright, anyways. Lots of calendula. Will be flowering very shortly, which is really cool. These are all volunteers as well. We probably left too many, but that's okay. We pull them out as we go. Everybody take care.